Man here. Well, the dust has finally settled, and I have reopened comments on my interview with Steve Brule, who is an anti feminist. And, well, researching feminist examples to show people that, yes, feminism has been pretty bad or can be bad. Maybe it's not always bad, but I don't know of any positive examples. I remembered that somebody on YouTube once upon a time made some anti feminist videos. And I also remembered that a website called Rational Wiki took issue with that. Behold, the YouTuber called Thunderfoot. Now, Thunderfoot, he's a scientist, an actual scientist. But besides doing atheism videos that he did do, he also tackled at one point feminism. Now, it was a trend for a while to dunk on feminism and to explain why it's stupid and things like that. Here he says why feminism poisons everything. He has a video called If Men Acted Like Feminists, Why It's Poisoning Atheism, Part 1. Amazing Feminist Fails. Crazy Feminist tries to get me fired, backfires spectacularly. Feminist deplatform Richard Dawkins from Science Conference. This is actually the event that Seitan Atheist is linked to as well. So, and I'm linked to Seitan Atheist, and I talked about that on in the interview that I had with Steve. And so it's like it's all coming together. It's all connected. Anyways, feminism versus facts, etc. Okay, so Gamergate. Oh God, that's going way back. Feminist this, feminist that, etc. So, well, some people are sure to take some issue with that. Now he has plenty of videos about busting things nowadays, and that seems to be his focus, mostly centered on Elon Musk's vaporware promises, like how he promised to buy Twitter. Then he's trying to pull out now, and they're like going to sue him to make him go through with it. Like, oh, I thought you cared about, freedom of speech, Musk. No, oh, you care about how many bots there are in Twitter, actually. Okay. Anyways, but he has some videos on science and stuff, and but mostly it's debunking stuff. Whatever. Okay, so maybe his old content was objectionable and all that. Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, great. Let's look at Rational Wiki. Okay, so what is Rational Wiki? Well, let's see what they claim to be, shall we? Analyzing and refuting pseudoscience and anti-science movement. That sounds good. Documenting the full range of crank ideas. Sounds good. Explorations of authoritarianism and fundamentalism. Okay. Analyzing criticism of how these subjects are handled in media. Wow, sounds great. All right. Thunderfoot. All right. Let's see what they say about good old Thunderfoot. I'm sure that it will be rational, logical, and Thunderfoot, real name Phil Manson, is a YouTube atheist, anti-theist, and vlogger. Well known for his Why Do People Lash as Creationist series and various exchanges with other vloggers. Vloggers? Really? I mean, I wouldn't call him a vlogger, but okay, whatever. He's made purely scientific videos and just potassium exploding in water, as well as biochemistry series, blah, blah, blah. Well, Thunderfoot channels remain one of the most popular atheism channels on YouTube. This needs to be updated. He has become an increasingly polarizing figure. According to whom? According to you, I guess, because there's no little number here. So you're saying that that is the case, but is it? And due to his short-tenured public falling out with free thought blogs. Oh, that's interesting. So you had a fallout with the free thought blogs. Who wonder what happened there? Anyways, and as well as fondness for criticizing feminism, feminists. He canceled. No, that struck out. He declared himself out of the skeptic community after receiving much backlash in a series of films opposing Brexit and Donald Trump. As of June 2022, his YouTube channel has a lot of views. Okay. All right. Well, that seems pretty rational. And he talked about his anti-creationist stuff back when the day of Venom Fang X. Boy, if you remember Venom Fang X, my word, you're an old YouTuber. I remember Venom Fang X. I don't think I did any videos on him though. He was kind of like out of the game by the time I got around. Rain Comfort, talk about that stuff. Richard Dawkins, talk about that stuff. Nothing things, all this stuff. And then he tried to rebrand atheism as Pearl. Whatever. They say Islam is and Muslims, the good, which okay, and then he has some stuff. Then he has bad. Sleeping Giant and misinterpretations. Huh. His videos criticized Islam alluded to a sleeping giant. Yeah, anyways, some nut jobs have interpreted this as condoning genocide of Muslims. Really? Who interpreted that way? Oh well. Anyways, blah blah blah. There's some other stuff there. All right, so all this seems pretty good. And then it just goes on and here's okay then. Okay, anti-feminism. Okay, poison. Oh. Okay, let's see. This was followed. Let's see. Yeah, okay, the videos are heavy on straw man. Are they really? They misrepresent feminist arguments to extent they're either grossly naive or willfully disingenuous. In what ways? And propagate stereotypes of feminists as frigid, joyless, professional victims. Well, I mean, okay. Do you have examples that show that they aren't? It seems to be that you're against him. That is no longer you're no longer being objective. Over here you're being pretty objective, as far as you're just saying it as it is. This is opinion at this point. It's not saying here's the feminist stuff that he did, here's the anti-feminist stuff that he did, and some people view this as straw man because of X, Y, and Z. It's saying no, it is straw manning it, and so that's not very rational of you, is it? I mean, okay. Anyways, so then he complains more, and then you can more complaining here, and then Winter's affair. Okay, now if you don't know who Winters is, oh god, Christy Winters, so-called doctor Christy Winters, who's a feminist. He said the social scientist Christy Winters, well, yeah, it's not a real scientist, but yeah, released her video on YouTube where she stated her case with cited sources in the description of her video for the existence of the patriarchy in society. Oh yeah, we're going to go there and look at that nonsense. Rather than engage with the calm and measured arguments that Dr. Winter provided, he instead decided to misrepresent arguments, evoking straw man appealed to biology. Wait, what? Of intersex completion for medals at the Olympics. Blah 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 blah. So anyway, so yeah, that seems like you're pretty biased against Thunderfoot there. It's also interesting. You're like, hey, here is Christy Winters saying what real scientific discourse is. I guess I should link to Christy Winters versus Sargon of Akkad, where she cites YouTube videos as her citations in the argument that she has. Also, the King Crocoduck series that totally and completely annihilates Christy Winters' ideas in full, just utterly destroyed. Oh yes, King Crocoduck should be in here too. I wonder if they have stuff to say about King Crocoduck. Anarcho-Keynesian anti-fanboy. So again, more opinion pieces about how they don't like him and some other stuff. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, here's all these things that there's. PZ Myers. This is back in the Atheism Plus day. PZ Myers had some interesting scandals attached to him. And then, they kicked him off the network and, blah, blah, blah. So, Rational Wiki, about as rational as Fox News is fair and balanced. Thunderfoot said that. I kind of agree because, you know, you again, doesn't seem very rational to me. Seems very much that you're against what he has said. And rather than, being objective about it, you are very cited against it. And anyone can edit this, supposedly, hypothetically. I wonder what would happen if I tried to, though. I mean, if I just tried to edit it to be objective rather than subjective, I wonder if I would be allowed to. I don't know. So it might be worth exploring. Potholer 54. Oh, yeah, I remember that name from back in the day. Oh, that's another ancient name. Okay, so here's that video. I'm not going to play it because it will hurt my brain. Even seeing Winters here is already hurting my brain. Evidence that patriarchy is a real thing. This was linked from Rational Wiki, where she has citations. Okay, let's see where her citations is. Okay, this is her. Okay, is this her citations? I guess. These are Wikipedia entries. I mean, I don't know that that's a citation. Huffington Post? Is that a citation? MSNBC? This doesn't seem like a citation to me. And then hey, look, hey, I'm there. Oh my God, do you see my name? Wait, where am I? Oh God, where did I go? Hold on, there I am. Did you see my name? Oh, yeah, I'm there on her channel. Look, there I am 6 years ago. I posted, I'll just leave this here, and I linked to a video. I don't know what video that is. Oh God, it's me. It's me memeing the heck out of the video. Maybe I don't even remember what I did back then. Anyways, so let's look at these citations that she offers that are held up by. She is a PhD and she's a social scientist. She's a feminist. She knows what she's talking about, right? This is what Rational Wiki said. This is proof. According to Rational Wiki, she proved the patriarchy via these citations. Let's find out. Nerdy Road on. Yeah, you have an ancient name as well. Yeah, but you're not. Well, I mean, you might be ancient. I don't know how ancient you are. I don't know. Okay, so here's a Wikipedia article that she links to. Wikipedia, my friends. That's not a citation. I mean, it could be a citation, like if you went to, wherever they get their information from and click on that stuff, that might actually be accepted. But if we're talking about, like, for consideration in a peer-reviewed journal of any, standing, you couldn't use Wikipedia. Can't use it in college. So I would expect more from a PhD person than citing Wikipedia. But somewhere here proves the patriarchy. I guess that men are usually the people in the government is the proof that there's patriarchy, because men running things is patriarchy. I guess that's I suppose the argument. Not a stellar citation by any stretch of the imagination. Seniority in the House of Representatives, again, mostly men. So I guess that means patriarchy there. I'm guessing because I'm not going to watch the video. So that's her citation that proves the patriarchy. There's this link to Huffington Post, which we all know how they lean. If you don't know how they lean, I mean, I can pull up a thing that shows they're left leaning. Okay, so is a citation to an article that somebody wrote, is that really a citation though? Again, probably not going to be accepted by a legitimate peer-reviewed publication. I would hazard a guess. This wouldn't be found in a scientific paper. Fisty splinters, yes. So this is an article from, um, you know, what the bleep is going on here? I clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry. Okay, where is this? House GOP. Where am I? Okay. Uh, House GOP committee chairs will be a white men in next Congress. Yeah, and so that's proof of patriarchy. Okay, I guess. I mean, and then it says blah blah blah, whatever. I mean, I don't care why is there them being white? Why does that matter? Like, what does any of this matter actually? If they're qualified for the position, then they should be in there. If they were elected into there, then they should be in there, and that's it. I'm doing a live thing. Okay, anyways. So this is proof that the patriarchy exists. Are any committee chairs held by women now in this year? Because this is from 2012. So, but whatever. Okay. I'm not sure that proves patriarchy, but, that's her citation. Let's see what else her citation is. Here's another article, MSNBC. We know they're left leaning. I'm not sure how any of this proves patriarchy. I guess I have to watch the video. But, actually, it doesn't seem like it's linking to the correct place, I don't think. So that's not a citation anymore. So that's irrelevant because it's no longer valid. Let's see. Washington Post, again, very left-leaning, but okay. Women in the House get a restroom. Okay, so they get a restroom. Well, that's good. That means that okay, they didn't have a restroom before, which is bad. It's better to have a men's restroom and a woman's restroom because we like to split that up, and having a shared restroom, a unisex restroom. I mean, I can see how that's a problem. Okay, but they now they have a seat in the House of Representatives, 4 sinks and 4 seats and 2 sinks. So they have a restroom, and the restroom has 4 toilets and 2 sinks, and that's good. So this was 2011, so it took them a while, but they got it. So how is that proof of patriarchy? Because wouldn't it be that women would never get a restroom if patriarchy was true? I don't know. I don't know how these things work. Close the door. Yes, this is a great podcast with people talking in the background. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I don't care anyways. Okay, so Political Magazine. Don't know anything about that. The Secret History of the Women in the Senate. Well, I don't know that that's a secret. I mean, we know that there was women in the Senate. Not a lot. Okay, but here's Hillary Clinton. We know Hillary Clinton was in there. There's a bunch of women there. Not many. I mean, they're not the majority, but they're in there. So I don't know that is helping your case on proving patriarchy there. But okay, that's a citation. And then, wait. Okay, this is her citation leads to herself. She's citing herself as part of the evidence that there's patriarchy is her own paper. Can you just cite yourself? I didn't know you could do that. Can I just cite myself as evidence that the thing that I think is true? I really didn't know that you could do that. Rational Wiki, I'm allowed to cite myself. This is her own thing. Well, maybe the thing that she wrote has all the citations in it, right? Like, but then wouldn't you just cite those citations in your video rather than citing your paper itself? I mean, just, I don't know. Am I gonna look at her paper? No, I mean, no. Why would I? Why should I? Oh wait, there's lots of things here. Oh God, which one proves patriarchy? I don't know. Probably all of them, I guess. Whatever. All right, I'm not looking at any of that stuff. So that's another citation from the great Christy Winters, a PhD in gender in whatever the hell social sciences. Here's patriarchy definition. Well, that's not a citation. That's just a definition. That doesn't prove your case. Why was that linked? I guess to clarify what it was, here's a link to Research Center at. Oh, it's dead. Okay, well that's not good. That's no longer a citation then. And then that's oh god, that's it. That was the end of her citations. So I'm going to say that my final verdict on Rational Wiki is neither rational. Well, I guess it is a wiki, but it's certainly not rational. So come at me, bros. Bring it on. People hated my interview with Steve. Hate me now. Oh, the humanity. Okay, let's citation needed. Let me cite myself, because I can do that, apparently, according to Rational Wiki. So here's my citation that I'm right. Yeah, why not? What did I do? When did I do this thing? 356 views. That's a good amount of views. I used to get views back in the day. I have linked to Wiki Catapult. What is it? There's 5977028 more men more men than women in the world. Patriarchy proven. Anyways, any resemblance to a person's real living or dead is purely coincidental. So here I am, and I've got patriarchy in the background. This is just pure mwah. Oh look, and lobsters there. My A-team thing's there. When did I do this? What year was this? When did I upload this thing? 6 years ago, at least. My God. Look, all these people. Oh my word. Oh yes, all these people I used to comment, that used to like me and comment and stuff, and now they're, I don't know what happened. They don't comment anymore. Anyways, okay. What did I say? Oh, I've got
is real. And I'm going to prove it using evidence in this video.
Oh no. What?
I was watching this other video about God, and I realized how God was everywhere. Everywhere we look, there's God.
Oh God.
Now first I'm going to define God by using my own made-up definition of God, thus proving that God exists easily.
Okay, all right. We've had enough of me. Okay, that's too much me. Me with me in it. That's a bit much. I mean, I like me, but yeah, okay. So, just to recap, doctor, not enough quotes in the universe, in my view. Social scientist, Winters, citations, according to Rational Wiki, her video proves that patriarchy is real, and Thunderfoot's videos are all strawman constructs. Now, if that was the case, surely you could have shown instances and timestamps of where in Thunderfoot video these construct strawman occurred, and shown the out of context stuff, etc. But it's odd that Rational Wiki didn't do that. But I cite this, friends, robots, etc., that this is what my way back in the day first encounters with feminism were. People like Christy Winters. She says she's a feminist. Anyone could claim to be a feminist. Maybe she's not an actual feminist, but she has papers published in feminist articles. I don't know who runs Rational Wiki, but they seem to have a very strong bias against Thunderfoot. I wonder, again, about King Crocoduck. I'm sure they have nothing bad to say about King Crocoduck. They have nothing to say about King Crocoduck. That's, maybe I spelled it wrong. Always possible. Nothing about King Crocoduck at all. Wow, I mean, I thought you guys were like up on up on all this. Well, they've got an article about King Crocodile. Yeah, Potholer used to hand out those as Golden Crocodile Awards. I remember that. Good times back in the day. All right, so I had an interview with an anti-feminist, Steve Brule, and it got the chat. You know, the one guy in chat went insane, and then people kind of got crazy in the comments and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, they went in, like everyone went insane all of a sudden. So I just turned off comments for a while, and then I'm like, they're back on now. So since I pissed people off, I thought, yeah, what better way to follow it up with more things that might piss people off? Hey, I'll just dig the hole deeper. Why not? Just dig in that hole. I don't care anymore. Whee! You're trading on the nose Scotsman fallacy regarding them not a true feminist remark. Right. That's kind of my point. Is like, you could call yourself a feminist. Anyone can do that. So it's like, I could call myself a Christian. Cancel TCM. Yeah, go ahead. I've been canceled. It doesn't matter. I'm not on Twitter or Facebook. I don't know that I guess you could cancel me off YouTube somehow. I'm sure that it will happen eventually. It's only a matter of time. Okay, I don't know where I'm going anymore. Whatever train of thought I had is gone. Oh, yeah, I could call myself a Christian, but like that wouldn't make any real sense, would it? Like, because I don't believe in that stuff, and I don't act, So you can, it's like you could call yourself a Republican, but if you voted Democrat all the time, are you really a Republican? Like, no, not really. So, but the fact that Christy, she identified herself as a feminist, and I have video of her doing that. If I need to bring up that citation, I will. Citing my own self again. 1 Minute Skeptic. Remember that show? Yeah. Yeah, if you remember that, you're amazing, because that was back in the day, on the 18th episode, I believe it is, where I had a whole bunch of people say we are an atheist. We are that. I'm this and an atheist. It was like a parody of the Mormon commercial around at that time, where it was like, I'm a doctor and I'm a Mormon. And I was like, okay, I'm a blank and I'm an atheist. And she said, I'm a feminist and I'm an atheist. So yeah, she definitely thinks she is, and that she's contributed to feminist magazine, or not magazines, but journals or whatever. So yeah, and so is she one point of data? Yes, absolutely. I've been listening to Janice Flamingo, that's not the way to say her last name, and Steve Brule for a while. And so maybe they've biased me against feminism more than I already was. It's possible. I'm willing to challenge my ideas. I'm willing to be wrong. I'm willing to be updated and corrected, but I'm going to need to see something positive that it can be extracted from this stuff. I've read feminist papers. They don't make sense at all. Not even a little. A long time ago, I did a video where I covered this sea lion tactic that had been published on one of these feminist sites or whatever. Now, I don't know how widely accepted that idea was or anything like that. I don't know. But I don't have any good examples, and I have nothing but bad examples. So I think they're bad. I think feminism is a bad ideology. I could be wrong. Show me that I'm wrong. You're not a feminist if you believe that all people should be equal. Right. Right. Well, that's what they say. They say, it's about equality, but it doesn't seem to be that, actually. It's just like, Islam is about, it's a religion of peace, but, it doesn't seem like they really are, about peace. They want atheists dead. Mark, I mean, that's a big problem, by and large. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them do. And a last research I seen on the matter, maybe it hasn't been updated since, but there was a poll done of Muslims, and many of them wanted Sharia law, like a huge majority wanted Sharia law, and Sharia law would be very bad for atheists as well as non-Muslims. So, yeah, that's not really a religion of peace. And throwing people gay and off that are gay off of roof buildings, not very peaceful in my view. Has nothing to do with Islam. Right. Yeah, Sharia law has nothing to do with Islam. Nothing to see here. Right, exactly. I'm sure. Yeah, brave new channels joking, of course. So I didn't see. I don't know if any of you saw or listened to my interview with Steve. It's a long interview. I'm polishing my interview skills. I have a long way to go. I'm hoping to do more stuff like, not on that topic of feminism per se, but exploring different ideas that are out there. Whatever that idea is, I want to sacrifice all the sacred cows on my channel. I want to kill them all. I want to challenge every idea that there is to challenge, and not just be constrained to focusing on atheism. I know that that's a lot of what you guys and girls have come to my channel for, is going after the theists, but honestly, they don't have very much left for me to attack anymore. I had to change my form. I used to be able to list fallacies. They don't even bother with arguments anymore. I have a new series that I'm going to be doing called Stupid Things That Missing the Mark Says. But other than that, it's going to, I want to explore those ideas, or at least think about them, and have you talk to me about them and me with you about them, and us to have a genuine discussion about these things. And if you disagree, why you disagree, and not just being pedantic. Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for about things, and be like, oh well, he didn't give an argument. It's like, if it's a conversation, let's be a little bit easier on people maybe. But anyways, we want the red meat. Invite David Wood on my channel. I don't know who that is, or if he'd show up. Is that like a KKK guy? Oh, I'll do it. I don't care. Sure, why not? Why not? Talk to everybody. How well, if you, well, they probably would ban the bleep out of me on YouTube if I did. I would challenge every position he had. Oh, he's an Exton apologist? Oh, okay. I think I know that guy. Isn't he the sociopath dude? Or is that someone else? Anyways, I don't get, and that's really, I think, the other thing with feminism that it really popped on my radar way back when, was that they didn't want people to debate certain topics. Like, there was a guy that was just like, no, don't debate that. Like, there's no point in debating. And some nitwit even had a video where he was like, sometimes debate is pointless. And then, like, he said, but these types of debates are never pointless, but these debates are always pointless. And I'm like, well, your video would be one of the times that debates would be pointless, wouldn't it? Rendering your whole debate pointless. I also pointed out fallacies that he did, and people didn't like that at the time. So I decided to take that video down. Yeah. But, I could redo that. But it's an old video. Who cares? It's long gone. Doesn't matter anymore. But, yeah, I don't like when people say that debate is pointless. If you take all the potential threats in the Quran and remove all the threats they make against other people and their own when they defect from Islam, then yes, they're a religion of peace. Well, yes, I agree. These are the same asshats that say freeze peach. Freeze? What's that? Am I saying something I shouldn't say? What's freeze peach? What is that? What does that mean? Freeze peach. What does that mean? Here's how to freeze peaches. You freeze them for up to a year. I don't. Is this like a meme that I'm not aware of? I'm saying what are you talking about? Oh, free speech. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. I see. Yeah. Well, I'm all about free speech, but what's concerning to me, especially on YouTube, seems like certain things can't be discussed or whatever because you'll be blasted out for hate speech. Like, imagine interviewing let's say KKK guy, like, and you'd be like, well, you couldn't be neutral. You'd have to have a debate. It's like, well, why? Why couldn't you just interview him and then later blow him out of the water? Like, you could do both. But I saw this thing where this guy got the KKK guy and memed him like a lot. He got him to say stuff, and it was hilarious. So I guess there's room for mockery, which is good. But what about conversations where you attempt to change the mind of somebody? Like, not saying that I could change the mind of a person like that, but attempting to do it would be worthwhile. But it's like you're not allowed to do that because it could be seen as hate speech, I guess. I don't know what could or couldn't be seen as hate speech. You gotta be careful. So I won't do all the topics, perhaps. I'll do the topics that I can do with those that I can interview and that will bother to interview me or be interviewed by me or whatever. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Maybe not. I don't know. So yeah. What does Rational Wiki have to say about Deconverted Man? Well, nothing right now, but I guess after this video, they might have something to say. Let's find out. Do they have anything? Nope. I mean, I should edit it and put myself in there. Definitely. Be like, oh, Deconverted Man, he's an anti-feminist and he's stupid. I don't know. He loves lobsters. He's got like a lobster fetish. We don't know what that's about. Put all sorts of crap about me in there. Pretty sure we'll get it taken down because I'm not like big like Thunderfoot. But yeah. But anyways, guys, girls, robots, etc. If you didn't listen to that interview, please do. It's a long interview, I know. If you just want to get to like the religious content, that's like towards the end of this stuff. Because he has some interesting views on like that sort of stuff. I don't know that I fully understood what he was trying to get at. But yeah, I hopefully, let me know. That's the only way I can know if you like my stuff or don't like it or whatever is feedback. I rely on it. I need it. I enjoy it and all that. We want to hear more about presuppositional apologetics. Oh God, there's not a lot to say about it. It's dumb and broken. I mean, if you start with your conclusion, of course you're going to get to your conclusion. It's kind of a no-win scenario. That's why I cite an atheist, pretty much, he had presuppositional atheism. It's like atheism is true because without atheism being true, logic would be false. And since you're using logic to argue, then atheism must be true. It's the same. You can put anything in there and it still doesn't work. And that's exactly what Presup tries to do. Say, without God, there's no logic. So therefore God exists. And it's like, okay, without atheism, there's no logic. Without magic, there's no logic. Without pineapples, you can put without lobsters, there's no logic. You put anything in there, and it falls apart. But my next series will be stupid things that Missing the Mark says. So look out for that. Nobody cares about that I haven't finished reviewing God's Not Dead 4. And so I don't know that I'll do that. A few of you wanted like the follow-up to the cartoon. It's not even a cartoon. The stick figure thing I made a while back. So I might make that. I don't know what else I'm doing. I don't know why I'm giving you updates. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't know. What you're saying is it's a reductio ad absurdum. I can't even say words apparently. So what you're saying is it's a reductio ad absurdum. Well, yeah, the precept stuff is reductio ad absurdum. It's playing a game and shit. Hey, you want to play the I win game? Oh yeah, okay, I win. Or let's flip a coin. Heads I win, tails you lose. It's like, and also if it lands on the side, I also win. By the way, it's just preloading the thing in such a way that the conclusion is embedded within your first premise, which is a logical fallacy. So precept is a logical fallacy. Who would do a crazy video like that? I know what you're talking about. we might have done a video about that at some point. So yeah. But yeah, that's what precept is. So that's it. So rational wiki, it's not rational. That's my stance based on the little tiny data that I got, and I don't know. Yeah, and like I said, listen to the talk I had. Give me feedback on that, because I didn't, I had comments turned off for a while. They're back on now. Hopefully everybody will behave. I know, and yeah. Thanks for watching and listening to me. And I can't believe I went 41 minutes talking about this, but there you go. I did it. Now it's time to hit the button, because you're all sick of me by now. Maybe I could probably keep going. I mean, I've got 3 people listening. What could I talk about next? I don't know. Catapult pancakes? Could talk about that. That would. I just hit the red button. I'm gonna hit the red button. See you later, everybody. Email me if you want to, or whatever. Whee! Meow, 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 meow. Thanks for watching.